Okay, back people. Battery went dead. I'm telling you. I guess we can just make this the second part of the whole conversation. Back to the politics. Where was it that I left off? Oh yeah. Where are soldiers back in Iraq, Iran, all that, fighting the war? You got to think about. You got to give them the reason why to fight. You know, these guys are out there risking their lives every day for America because they feel that they're defending something. They have a purpose. And for them to come back to America and see America in shambles, see what I'm getting at? So, America needs help. Doesn't matter who's president. And I'm also talking to Congress. I mean, you guys need to work together and try to get this country back on its feet. You guys need to work together instead of working at each other. You guys need to become a team to get this country of ours back on track. Because this tug of war between who has the bigger stick or who knows better or who knows most isn't going to work. And while you guys are playing tug of war with every single bill that you guys are trying to sign or veto or whatever, who's suffering? Americans. Americans are suffering. Whatever happened to that old saying, we're chosen by the people to speak for the people. Whatever happened to that? Seriously. I mean, because here lately the only thing that I've been hearing is we're going to do what we feel is best for the country instead of listening to America's people. So Congress and presidents out there, or future presidents, listen to Americans. Because the only time I feel that you guys listen to Americans is when election time comes and the voting starts. You need everybody's votes. And that's when you guys try to listen, or you try to go out there and say, you see, I'm a part of America. Or you try to hold a stick or a shovel or whatever, trying to say that you're a part of whatever. It's all a game, it's all staged. And we know that it's staged. It's all a political stage to try to get Americans to vote for you guys. I mean, if you guys really want to work, okay, get out there for a whole day. Dig ditches, swing a pick for a whole day. I mean, don't talk. Show us by actions. You know? This education is good. And education is very important. But what's the point of education that after you graduate, there's nothing to go to? I mean, I've known people with master's and doctorate degrees that are working at McDonald's. Seriously. What was the point of spending all that money on education, student loans, when they get out and earn a master's on something, they still can't use it because there's no jobs? So what is the point of education when after you graduate, there ain't no work? That's crazy. The economy needs to be fixed. It's not going to get fixed by people with a theories. The only way this economy is going to get fixed is if everyone in Washington, including the Congress and the President, sit down together and try to come up with something that will work. It's like the national debt. You know, come on, people. We were sitting there trying to decide whether or not to sign a freaking bill before America fell. Stuff like that just makes me think. And then you want my vote? You want America's vote? I mean, if you want us Americans to vote for you guys need to show us something. I mean, because, you know, it's like we give, but okay, what is it that we're receiving? You know, talk about political and power and struggles and all kinds of stuff. Let me show you guys something. Falsetto. And I'm just not advertising this, okay? It's a book that I wrote. Same thing. It's about a family that falls apart. It's about a father who loses an empire over a family. And if you guys ever read this book or read this book, I'm talking to congressmen out there that happen to read all these scientific books or whatever kind of books, Harvard books, try a simple book like this, simple one, and read it. Because this book was put together by me. I'm a self-published author. Why am I self-published? That's a whole different story. There again, it's because of everything else that's going on in America. Even so, a self-published author like myself has a hard time. Really does. But you should really read a book like this. Why? Because it was written for a good reason. It was written for the simple purpose of understanding what people go through in hard times. And not only that, what people are tested to the extreme in order to become something bigger, something more important. Goals. Maybe I'm not saying this right. For them to reach their goals, meet their goals. And at the end, the payoff is great. Falsetto tells a story of such success of different people that struggle. Kind of like a lot of books out there that you find nowadays that deals with politics that you guys like to read. More realistic, deals with reality. But you know what? The book is not about reality. Even though the book is nothing but a fantasy story, it has a lot to do with today's society. It really does. It has a lot of family values with friends and what goes on around the world, their world. But you guys want my vote? Buy the book. Book's not that expensive. I'll guarantee you that you will spend less on that book than what you would spend on your next luncheon. Seriously. So keep this in mind. Whoever buys that book has my vote. Plain and simple. It's like saying you scratch the back of an American and you help that American. Guess what? That American's going to come right around and help you. Work as a team. Anyhow, you guys really need to think about Americans. Stop squabbling. Stop thinking about the other guy that you're going to try to beat on your election. On the election, don't try to think about things that you're going to talk about Obama. Or what can I come up about today? What can I say about Obama today? You know what? Instead of doing your research about things like that, come on, people. Do your research on people. Do your research about what it needs, what America needs. Seriously. What does America need? A lot of people out there that actually know. What can you do to repair America's foundation? Seriously. Because so far the only thing I've heard is a lot of talk, no action. I mean, here towards the end of Obama's election year, you know, I mean, he knows his time is coming. He has tried. I've seen a few things that he mentioned that he was going to do on his election, and here towards the end, he's trying to make those true. But there again, he's had to wait to the very end of election. You know. So, for all you newcomers, pay attention to the people of America. Starting with work, the economy, and its people. If you guys concentrate on America's people in America, besides every other country out there, come on. Put your focus on America. On America. What it is that you could do with this country to make it successful again. It's a shame that our dollar means nothing in Europe. Seriously. What can we do to make America's dollar valuable again? Think about things like that. Things that are important about America. Think about the good US of A. And forget everything else, at least for a year. It's not going to hurt to take 1 year out of your 4-year term to see what you can do to make America better. Because, as the saying goes, lead by example. And everyone else will follow, including me. I could go on and on and on and still talk about a hoopla about America and what you guys need to know. But that's not my job. I'm an American. I'm a fantasy author and a writer. All I can do is give my 2 cents, my opinions, and my views on things. It's your job to see whether or not you wish to take them. Because I am an American, and I am that people that you talk about. Okay? We are the people who choose you so that you can speak for us. And not only speak for us, do something about it. We need jobs. Because people are starving out there. People are hungry. People need to pay their bills. People need homes to live in here in America. And it's very hard for rich people to see the struggles of others. I mean, if you're making millions and you're making thousands a month or whatever and getting paid or whatever, sure, you're sitting on a fat check. And you're sitting in your house eating great meals, but guess what? Not everybody's like you. Not everybody has that what does it say? That good luck. There's people out there trying to figure out how to make a living. What is it? What can they do to pay their next mortgage payment or their next rent? What is it that they need to sell? What idea can they come up with to make something of themselves? People going to giving everything they can, getting student loans and all kinds of loans just to finish school. So that once they get out of school and they graduate from the universities, they can have good, stable jobs. But in order for that to happen, you guys need to do your job. Plain and simple. So, I will stop now. Thank you for listening, if you are listening. Have any questions, any comments, feel free to put them down below. And while you're at it, check out my book trailers. As I always do with all my other videos, I try to promote my book. I am a self-published author. Falsetta, Voices and Echoes of the Colosseum. It's a fantasy story, but it's also a family story. Very PG, very family-oriented. A lot of you guys would enjoy something like this, at least in my opinion. Look it up. It's on e-book on Barnes & Noble. As they say, e-book is the way to go right now. Everybody's getting it. You guys can download it on Barnes & Noble off of e-book. And thank you so much. Best of luck on your election. And let's see who wins this time. Okay? C'est la vie. And take care. Bye.